First came the magical Seasons of the Witch Samhain Oracle Deck. Next came the very beautiful and festive Seasons of the Witch Yule Deck. And then came... Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. As promised, we are unboxing the first of the many decks that have been piling up in my closet. And today we have the Seasons of the Witch Beltane Oracle by Lorraine Anderson and Juliet Diaz, with illustrations by Guadalupe Rose. Per the description for the deck, the Beltane Oracle asks you to unlock your potential for growth, creativity, and abundance with the energy of Beltane. Again, you can see we have the same beautiful production as the two previous decks. Hard 2-piece box with thumb cutouts. A chunky monkey of a book full of spreads and colored pictures. And beautiful artwork on the back with gorgeous gilded edges. All right, let's get to a musical flip through of this gorgeous, beautiful, and stunning deck. enjoyed that musical flip through of Seasons of the Witch Beltane Oracle. Now, what I'm going to do right now is, for those of you who may be interested, for those of you who may not have the other two decks or any of these decks, I am going to film a side-by-side flip through of all three decks. Now, I'm going to chapter this video, so if you don't wish to see this part of the video, I'm going to put chapters in so you can just skip ahead. But this is just in case for those of you who are interested, maybe you don't know about this series, just so you can take a look at all three decks side by side. All right, here we go. enjoyed that side-by-side comparison of all 3 Season of the Witch Oracle decks. I will say that seeing them side by side, each deck really captures the energy and captures the season that it's supposed to correspond to. With the Halloween, I think, being the darkest in the color palette. And then because of the seasons, you know, some holiday season festivities depicted in the Season of the Witch Yule Oracle, you get the pops of color intermingled with, you know, the darker color palette. And then with the Seasons of the Witch Beltane Oracle, you really see the difference. You know, you get the season of renewal, the brighter color palette, which is really beautiful. So I'm just really blown away. You still get the same aesthetic, the beautiful artwork. I noticed that in the Seasons of the Witch Beltane, they changed the font a little bit, you know, the headings, but basically it's the same wonderful quality, aesthetic, beautiful gilded edges. I think it's fantastic, all 3 of them. Of the 3, I am the most familiar. I've used the Seasons of the Witch Samhain Oracle the most. Now, the purpose of doing this unboxing is because I wanted to get this Beltane Oracle unboxed so I could start using it now in the right season. You all know that I have, if you saw my last 2 videos ago, I have a bunch of decks that have just been piling up in my closet that I have not opened. And so I'm going to slowly start unboxing them, but this was the first one I wanted to do because I want to use it now. As this is an unboxing, I can't really tell you, you know, what it's going to be like to work with this deck, but I have no doubt that working with this deck, especially when you use it in the seasons, of course, you don't have to use any of these decks in the corresponding seasons, but it just makes it, I think, that much more meaningful, a little bit more fun, just a little bit more deliberate. Oh, I love this card. I love the Fae card. And yes, just looking at these images has me itching to work with this deck. I'm trying to figure out what tarot deck I'm going to use with this oracle, because I am going to be using this for probably at least a month, I would say. And the creators of these 3 decks have said that their intention is to cover or to make a deck for all the Sabbats. And I hope they accomplish their goal, because each one is unique, but each one is just equally as stunning as the previous one. And if you notice, yeah, I think the font is a little bit different, but you know, that's just an observation. Neither good nor bad. It's a beautiful font. The cardstock is the same. All the production values are the same. I like this Milk and Butter card 25. Like the silk of one's flesh, I am the giver, I am your eternal. That is beautiful. These decks, they are just pure magic, and they are magical. I did have to point out, for all you Outlander fans, doesn't this remind you of season 1 of Outlander? And they still have scenes of this in their intro, you know, in the series intro. Doesn't it have shades of Outlander with the stone circle? And I love Outlander. Let me know in the comments below if you're an Outlander fan. And what do you think of season 6 so far? Another card that stood out to me was this 41, Surrender. There's nothing more blissful than the act of letting go, of setting yourself free of all that doesn't serve you. And the artwork is so beautiful. The colors in the color palette just really depicts the energy and just the season in its stunning. After coming from the darker decks and then having this, it's really a delight for the senses. And this is just me with my conservative Mormon, fundamentalist Mormon background. This is the one card that I'm going to have to work with, the Lovers. Now, just because my brain, the way it has been wired from youth, this is almost to me like biblical, depicting John the Baptist getting ready to baptize somebody, but or Jesus, but more John the Baptist, and that's just where my brain went. So I'm gonna have to see if I can rewire that when working with the deck. But I think that's just me, that it's a beautiful card. But for all of you who have been brought up and hardwired Christian, do you get the same feeling? I don't know. Sorry to bring that up, but it's just something that's going through my head. It's a beautiful card though. Before we call it a day, I just wanted to flip through the book really quick, and it's a chunky monkey little book like the other two, and it looks like it follows pretty much the same format as the other two books. So you get an introduction, Beltane themes, an area of focus, how to use the cards, you get some spreads, and then it goes into the meanings of the cards. Ooh, bonus material. So in the other decks, acknowledgments about the author, about the illustrator was put at the beginning, and now they put it at the end. I think that's right. Let me know in the comments below. Let's look at the spreads. So interviewing your deck spread, getting to know the seasons of the witch. You get the 3-card spread. The Beltane cross spread, which is, you know, a Celtic cross spread. Maypole spread for shifting perspectives. This is a good one. Card 1 is what is preventing you from seeing the blessings in your life. Card 2 is what do you have to be grateful for. Card 3, what do you need to have more what do you need to do to have a more positive perspective? And card 4, what lessons are you learning right now that will benefit you in the future? I like this one, and I think this is one I'm going to use quite a bit. There's a flower crown spread for clarity in difficult times, another useful spread. Self-worship spread, you know, notice there was a self-worship card in the deck. Goddess spread for finding the right path. And creation spread for starting something new. There are great spreads, as there were in the other two decks. So, scan the QR code to access bonus material for the Seasons of the Witch Oracle series. So you need to scan this code to get the bonus material. All right then. So that concludes my unboxing of the Seasons of the Witch Beltane Oracle by Lorraine Anderson, Juliet Diaz, and Guadalupe Rose, and by a publication by Rockpool Publishing. Again, I'm blown away, just like the other two decks. But, you know, with the other two decks being what they are, the production values, the artwork, I knew I wasn't going to be disappointed. Let me know in the comments below if you have this deck, if you have all three, if you're planning on continuing the rest of them. And also, if this is the first time that you're just finding out about this series, and what do you think? All right, so that's it for now, and rest assured, slowly but surely, I will be unboxing those other decks that I have. And with that, I'll leave you to get on with your beautiful day. Bye for now.